Hello and welcome back to the Cane Juice World Tour. Once again, to review, this is a series where I review rums from around the world made based in cane juice or cane syrup rather than molasses. And today we're going to a country, maybe the last place in the world I expected to find a cane juice based rum. Kuwait? No. Okay, yeah, there's that. But no, today it's Jamaica. Jamaica makes a little bit of cane juice based rum. This one is from Worthy Park. And this is just something they've just started doing. I think they're coming out with an official release pretty soon. This one is from the SBS Origin folks. I've done some of their stuff before, and it's called Jamaica Cane Juice Single Origin Rum, but this is Worthy Park. So pot distilled in 2020. No dunder. I think there's wild fermentation, but I'm not really sure. Anyways. Bottled at 57% alcohol, by the way, and available at a variety of European retailers. Let's see what we got. Okay, that is uncanny, I think is the first word I'm going to use, because it still smells like Worthy Park. Despite the fact that all the Worthy Park I've experienced up to this point is molasses-based and not cane juice-based. Yeah, it's still got that kind of like fresh tomato meets like Turkish delight, like rose juice Turkish delight, which for me are like the big giveaways for Worthy Park. But then there's like a pool water note, but nice. Lemon bars, lots of fennel, grapefruit, hints of herbaceousness, some basil in there, and river clay, like modeling clay, good modeling clay. You give this a little bit more time and swirling, like the cane juice, the wild fermented cane juice side of this really starts to assert itself. It starts to become like full-blown olive pizza, which I love. Yeah, it's getting there. You know those little well, not little, they're actually quite big. The pucks of pu'er tea. There's kind of some pu'er tea puck going on here. White pepper, more olives, mixed olives. Even a little touch of like vegetable bouillon happening. It really kind of smells like Worthy Park, rum bar overproof or something. That's kind of halfway Vival or Eclair and Vival. That's really the impression I'm getting. On the palate, for a producer that's never done this before, so far as I can tell, this is unjustifiably good. It's Worthy Park meets a Claren. On the palate, not so much Vival as like maybe Claren Pignon, some of the cane syrup based ones. So I'm getting like cane syrup, and if you've never bought yourself a bottle of Steens, you need to introduce that into your life. Steens is now like the go-to sweetener for the entire household. Yeah, definitely cane syrup. Pool water. Um, Fresh tomatoes, but also some stewed tomatoes. There's kind of a mix going on. Mixed olives, white pepper, fennel, um, basil, and also like a little bit of a minty thing, but it's almost like muddled mint, like mint you muddled with some like some Peychaud's bitters or something. Um, Little hints of classic Worthy Park Turkish delight as well. And what is that? This is going to sound gross. There's a little bit of something that kind of reminds me of baby vomit. Um, or really, or maybe like a like a Hershey's bar, like Hershey's chocolate. And that little hint of like vomitiness in Hershey's chocolate, that's kind of in there. And that kind of river clay thing again, especially in the mouth texture of this. In some ways, it puts me in mind of the Rouleau, the overproof. Um, this is just very well sorted. It's really well made. So I'm going to give this some water. We'll come back to it. Probably at least 4 squirts. 4. Four and a half. I'm going to leave it there. So the reason why the existence of this is in some ways surprising and in some ways not is because Jamaica is known for molasses-based rums, particularly pot-distilled molasses-based rums. That's what they do. That's kind of what put them on the map and has put them at the top or towards the top of the kind of hierarchy of the rum world right now. So to see them make a cane juice-based rum is very, very off-brand. We're even before we start talking about the quality of this, and this is real good. Now, the reason why, in some respects, I'm not surprised is because the world sugar market has been tanking for quite some years now, but especially since the pandemic, if I remember correctly. Now, Jamaica makes very, very, very high quality sugar, which is not true of a lot of the other big sugar manufacturing countries in the world. Jamaica sugar is good. If you ever go down there and get to try some, it's totally worth it. Worthy Park in particular is one of the few producers, even above my beloved Hamden, who make all their own sugar and they're all their own cane and molasses. So that's completely awesome. But that also makes it makes what they're doing expensive and tough to sell on a world market where sugar prices are tanking. So what happens historically when when globally or kind of locally at least the sugar market crashes? Historically, the result has been people make cane juice based rum or cane syrup based rum. First time that happened, so far as I'm aware, is Haiti. Like, you had the Haitian Revolution. The racist bastards in Europe cut the Haitians off from the international sugar market. What you gonna do with all that cane planted on your island? You make booze out of it. Same thing in Martinique and to some extent the rest of the French Caribbean. Napoleon plants sugar beets all over the mainland France so that basically they don't have to deal with British blockades to get sugar anymore. What happens to all that cane planted in the islands? It turned into booze. And so now, I mean, so it kind of follows the same pattern. Like, what's Jamaica going to do with all this really, really high quality cane that they can't really sell? I mean, it makes sense for stuff like this to come out. And to be honest, it's not even the first hints I've had that maybe some Jamaican rums may be incorporating cane syrup or cane juice into their stuff. Like when I visited Hamden earlier this year, I did see a big old tank of cane syrup, I'm sorry, cane juice, just sitting there kind of mysteriously without explanation. So yeah, I have a feeling they're using even the molasses-based rums out there may be using cane juice and cane syrup more than they are often letting on. Anyways, just saying. What matters is this is pretty dang good. So, even if even if molasses-based rums aren't going to make it, and I think they'll be okay. Like y'all are going to be fine. On the nose, now that it's had some water, it gets more peppery, and a little bit more herbal too. So pushing a little bit further away from those classic Worthy Park notes and a little bit more towards like Clarity type notes, wild fermented cane juice rum type notes. Lots of tomatoes, lots of basil. And you know what? It's beautiful. I have no idea exactly what they're doing when they make this. Apparently, Worthy Park doesn't use dunder in their distillations. They don't have a muck pit. I don't think they use cane vinegar, so no, they don't have a particularly deep bag of tricks. I'm imagining they're using long fermentation for this, but I don't really know. However they're making this, it's working. All right, on the palate. Oh my God. It's just unfair. This was a distillery that didn't exist in its current form 20 years ago. They didn't start making this product until last year, and it's not fair that it's this good. Cane syrup, salted licorice, basil, river clay, and what's getting me is the way this feels in my mouth. It's just silky. Oh, the pepper is really nice. It's just the notes are good, and the way it delivers those notes is just it's just chef's kiss. Yeah, unreasonably good is this stuff. 87 points. 87 points for the SBS single origin rum Jamaica cane juice from Worthy Park. Whenever Worthy Park does an official release of this that I can buy, I am going to buy it. But for right now, I am enjoying this immensely. 87 points. Thanks for watching, and cheers.